Where do we draw the line on free speech anyway? The professor at Fresno State who said some horrible things about Barbara Bush the night she died, she was a witch and she had war criminals in the family, all these things, is now prompting higher-ups at Fresno State to say that it was inappropriate and she may be subject to sanctions. Now, people like Bill O'Reilly on the right have said she shouldn't be fired. Bill Maher defended her because of free speech, saying that speech can be ugly, speech can be vulgar, inappropriate, but it is free speech. And if she's tenured, which apparently she is, does she have free speech? Who really has free speech? We all do. We can say what we want. We can say horrible things about political people or sports heroes or anybody else and not be put in jail. The Founding Fathers protected us from being jailed by the government, being harassed by the government for free speech. But are you protected from your employer? Are you protected from your parents, your teachers? No, you're not. I mean, you can face the consequences for speech that they don't find appropriate. Coaches in college sports, if they criticize the officials, they can be fined. NFL athletes can be fined if they complain about the officials and coaches. No one's putting them in jail, but now we have Colin Kaepernick, who was invited to a workout with the Seattle Seahawks. They asked him, are you going to kneel during the anthem? He wouldn't guarantee them that he wouldn't kneel. So guess what? He didn't go any further with the Seahawks. Free speech is not free. Free is expensive. I hope the professor at Fresno State is allowed to keep her job, but that nobody really takes her class or calls her names or they can marginalize her and write things about her. That's what happens. People say they have a right not to be offended. Well, maybe you're offending me. We're too fragile in this country. We are snowflake bound when it comes to free speech. There are certain things that must be condemned violently, like David Duke or Nazis or Klansmen and the rest, but they can speak too, and we've seen it. They get permits and they march and they speak. Free speech is ugly. The First Amendment is there to protect unpopular speech, and that's true of Fresno State, in my opinion. But are you free? No, you're not. You're free from being jailed, but the rest of the time you have to be prepared to face the consequences of your speech. My 2 cents, my 2 minutes are brought to you by Edge Construction and Capital Consultants. Bill McCoshen, lobbyist to work for Tommy, who knows how to get things done downtown. We can talk about this and more on the Mitch Henck Show on madison.com and Facebook Live.